Welcome back to Ravens Today. I'm your host, Connor Gioffreda. I wanted to apologize first off about there was no prediction video on Friday. I was going through some personal things that happened to me that day, but we're moving the train forward. So again, I apologize. But hey, we finally got a win. It feels so rejuvenating, man. Oh, thank you all for tuning in today. And we're first going to talk about something that's a little bit weird. Then we're going to go into the win on Sunday. All right. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please keep subscribing to the channel and like the videos. First up, Ravens are now being investigated for Friday's practice report because at first Lamar was listed as a full participant in practice, and it seemed like he was going to be able to play on Sunday against the Bears. Then the Ravens backtracked after already posting the practice report and made him a limited participant. Now, you can't do that. You cannot do that. Once the practice report is up, you can't change unless something happens, like, hey, like, he got sick the day of the game or something like that. But you can't just change it from full to limited. You can't you can't do that in the NFL. So now the NFL is investigating the Ravens on this and could result in a draft pick being taken, fines on the team, and I'm so confused. Why couldn't you have listed Lamar as a healthy scratch instead? Because 2 games in the next 5 days, that's a lot to ask for QB1 who hasn't been playing a game since that injury against the Chiefs, who hasn't practiced since that injury against the Chiefs and now came back to practice this week. Why couldn't you have just done that instead of saying, oh, he's limited, we got to change this? Ravens came out with a very confusing statement on it, by the way. I'm not even going to go into that because it's like, what does that even mean, Even Harbaugh said, we'll see what happens on Lamar's status. And I get it. They don't want, they want to keep teams guessing. But this, resulting in us getting fined and losing draft picks, that's what is going on, people? Just be transparent, because at the end of the day, again, I mean, mind you, the Bears were on a 4-game win streak up until yesterday. But to keep teams guessing, you could have just said, okay, listed him as a healthy scratch the day of the game. It's just, I'm confused here. Comment your thoughts on this, because this is confusing. I think that what's going on behind closed doors has been very, very off this season. We're not even going to go into the whole spiel, because I've said it many times throughout this channel and all the latest videos, but this is just another layer on top. It's what is going on? Anyway, moving on here. So the Ravens beat the Bears 30-16. So happy that we got that win, man. Oh, and it could, mind you, by the way, why wasn't Tyler Snoop Huntley, why wasn't he quarterback behind Lamar? Why did we insist on Cooper Rush being QB number 2? Look what happened every single time Rush was in. Huntley knows the scheme better because he is no offense to Huntley, he's a bootleg version of Lamar Jackson. Anyway, we're going to go into the stats here. So Huntley finished the game with 17 completed passes, over 22, not bad, 186 yards through the air, and 1 touchdown to Charlie Kolar, which was fantastic, by the way. Derrick Henry, 21 carries, 71 yards, 2 touchdowns. That second touchdown was amazing, by the way. The way he bounced off, went to the right instead because he saw the open green for the touchdown. Unbelievable, man. By the way, Keaton Mitchell, 4 carries, 43 yards. Oh my! But we need to add more Keaton Mitchell here. Finally, we're adding more Keaton Mitchell. It's Tyler Huntley, career best QB rush with 29 yards. That was amazing. He bounced off Zay Flowers, and he could have had a touchdown had he just cut back inside, but bounced off Zay Flowers and ended up tripping. But Zay Flowers, as mentioned, had the most receiving carries with 7 receptions, 63 yards. Just a great overall game for the offense. Like, it was very, in my opinion, very safe. Like, it was textbook as it should have been. Like, we weren't trying anything fancy. We were just keeping it, you know, as textbook as possible. And I think that's what the Ravens should keep doing. Just keep it the way that it's always been. Instead of trying anything fancy, trying to like make too much out of nothing. And look what happened. We had more we had more touchdowns in this game overall than the last 3 weeks, minus the bye. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. Go back to the textbook. Go back to what made the Ravens great. Don't try anything fancy. Okay? But overall, good performance by the offense here. Defense, stand up. Props off to Zach Orr. I will give him props here because that was a very good. Mind you, we had all, like, on defense, all of our players came back. Everyone was healthy. So, again, great job here. Nate Wiggins had an interception. Mike Green, I loved this so much. Mike Green had his first career sack in the NFL, sacked Caleb Williams, and did the Chris Farley shimmy. I was so happy that Mike Green got this right off the bye, too. Like, unbelievable. And just, like, defense came to play. Mind you that there was some hiccups with the rushing defense, letting Swift get a little bit open. But again, I'm okay with that. Like, we're coming off a bye. We got some things still to adjust. Every team has things to adjust after a bye. But either way, Bears were on a 4-game win streak, and we stomped them. I'll say it. We stomped them. Especially, like, when Nate Wiggins had that pick in the fourth. Like, that was, like, we are always so scared as fans that, like, the team, even if we're up by 2 scores, the opposing team's going to come back and win. Ravens defense made sure that wasn't happening again. They were not going to let that happen this game, and thank the Lord for Nate Wiggins for getting that interception, because that was just like, we're slamming the door in their face moment, at least for me. And that just said, okay, we are not letting them come back. We're just going to drain the clock here, maybe get another score, which they did with Derrick Henry, and that's it. Anyway, like, overall, fantastic performance by this defense coming off a bye, and it's very rejuvenating to see. So, moving on to my thoughts on this game. This, again, I said it was very safe in terms of offense. But I'm super glad that Snoop is going to be QB2 moving forward. I think we should just rush. Sorry, he doesn't belong in this scheme. He belongs in a pocket passing scheme, for me, in my opinion. He worked well on the Cowboys. Go back over there. But Snoop should forever be our backup. I am sorry. It only took them 3 weeks to figure that out. But anyway, very safe for the offense. But still, it was very textbook, like I said earlier. And that's what we need to stick to. We have, like, a pretty easy schedule moving forward. Like, I don't want to jinx anything here, knock on wood. But we have the Dolphins on Thursday, 5 days. That'll probably be when Lamar Jackson comes back. And then we have the Browns, we have the Bengals, we have all these teams, and the Vikings. Vikings the weekend after the Dolphins game, which I will be attending that game. That's gonna be a fun game. But again, we have an okay schedule. We don't have a gauntlet like we did at the beginning of the season. This season can still be saved once Lamar Jackson comes back. I am 100% in that. Do I want it to be saved? Yes, I want my team to win. I love it when my team wins. It brightens up my mood, as you can see right now. The only issue is coaches' jobs are saved if the season wins. I don't like Harbaugh. I want him gone. I don't like Monken. I don't like Orr. I still believe that the front office should be cleared out. Everyone, like, reset. But anyway, overall, this was a great game. And Harbaugh, like, mentioned that a 5-day turnaround for QB1 was going to be tough. But this was in the post-game press conference. hate to admit it, but I kind of agree. Because if you bring Lamar Jackson back for Chicago, then he has to play again. I think, like, I see both sides here almost. I wanted Lamar Jackson back, and especially with the whole investigation going on, it was super confusing. But coming like that short of a turnaround, I'd rather keep QB1 on the sideline because I want to be 100% sure. I wanted to have more practice time because 2 games in less than a week, that's a lot, you know. And I want to make sure that he is 100% ready to go. Tyler Huntley did his job perfectly this game. He came out and did it and started his stuff. Now Lamar can come in for the Dolphins. We want that. We're 3-5. Next up, we have the Vikings. Then we have 10-day turnaround for that one. So more practice time for Lamar, more time for guys to get some rest, and then if we beat the Vikings, knock on wood, right here. So then we're 4-5. Then it gets interesting. I'm just saying, this team has the capacity for a turnaround, and this game showed me that it has that. Just stick to the textbook that has always made the Ravens great. RPOs, keep the run game strong, and defense, keep doing your stuff, because that game was amazing. Mind you, Caleb Williams is not the greatest quarterback in the NFL, and in my opinion, he stinks. But still, the defense did their job very well this game, and I want to see more of that. Thank you for tuning in to Ravens Today. I'm your host, Connor Gioffreda. Again, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Thank you so much for doing that. Have a good one.